All right, is everybody there? Can you hear me okay? All right, so welcome to Blackboard. I'm sure for some of you this may be familiar territory, and for others of you this may be a little anxiety producing, and I understand that. So what I wanted to do is to briefly walk you through the process of how to navigate the class discussions. Okay, and what we'll do at the end of by the time you get to the end of this video is you should be a little bit more familiar with how to find the different discussions and how to post an initial response, as well as reply to some of your classmates' posts as well. Okay, so let's dive in. You should be able to see my computer screen. When you log in, you'll see something like this if you're looking at a laptop, all right, or desktop computer. You scroll down and you look for where it says where you're a student and where you're enrolled. Now for me, I'm an instructor, so it's going to look a little different, but not much. So you would find your course. So for this class, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my English 96 Introduction to College English. But for whatever class you're looking at, you click on that link and it'll bring you right to that course shell. So as it loads up, you'll show up here to the opening page where you'll see any kind of announcements that your professors made. And then you can take a look to the left-hand side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transition my screen so that it reflects the student view. And it'll look a lot like what you're going to see on your computers at home. So you can see the announcements, and it's a little bit more simplified, not as busy as the instructor's manual. Over here, you have the discussion boards. I renamed it to weekly class discussions just to kind of make sense for me. But you click on that link, and it's going to bring you to the main discussion board forum, okay? So this is going to be where all of the different discussions that your instructors put together will take place. And what you can do is you can scroll down and see what's present. Now, many times you'll see what, a discussion forum, or what I like to call the study hall. This is a place for students to go in, post a question, and then other students who are kind of walking by, if you will, can post a response. Now, this is not the best place to post a question for your professors. Email your professors directly if you have a question for them. That's the fastest way for you to get a response. But again, this is a nice spot for you to share resources or ask questions, and your classmates can jump on in. Now, if you take a look, you're going to see that there's a forum here, March 23rd to March 28th, Plan for Success. This is the discussion that's going to happen in the upcoming week for my English 096 students. So they would click on this, and this provides a bit of a description of what they're going to have to do. So we click on the link, and this brings us to this particular forum. All right. And so you click on the response, and here's an example of an initial response. You can see what they look like. So it gives a picture, tells you who posted it. I also posted, Dr. Helvey's response so that we know whose post this one is. And here I give the example. Now I've color coded this because I want my students to post a paragraph response describing what their study space is going to look like. So again, I'm going to back up out of this, okay? And you'll see within this, each forum description, there's frequently going to be the assignment directions. So this way you know what it is that you're supposed to do. So my students were supposed to look at a video called How We Learn Now, and then they're going to go to this website, and there's a video to watch there and an article to read. And then they need to write an 8-sentence paragraph describing the study space they're going to create now that we've moved from a traditional on-site, learning environment to a remote distance learning setting. So they're going to have to figure out what their study spaces look like. And again, I said if they want to, they can post a picture, but I realize posting a picture onto this kind of platform may be new for people, so I'm not requiring it right now for those students. So again, let's jump back into the forum, and we're going to go ahead and pretend that we have to go ahead and create a response as part of our class requirement. So you would go up here and hit Create Thread. And this is going to allow you to post your initial response as a student. And again, when you do that, you're going to see the directions for the assignment show up. So that way you can make sure you're doing the homework correctly. So here in the subject area, you want to post your name, and Forrest's post. So I've got that up there. And then in the text box, you would go ahead and post your response. So for now, I'm just going to do, test thread, since we're just doing a test. But you would post an actual response that conforms to your instructor's guidelines. Once you're satisfied with what you've written up, you can click Submit. and that will post your response. And then there it is. You can see it's ready for my classmates to read and comment on. Now let's say that we're going to go in here and then post a reply. Frequently, you'll not only be required to post an initial response, but your teachers may ask you to reply and respond to one another, kind of similar to how you'd have a discussion in class. So I would read my classmates' post, and then I might offer a comment. So I'd click the reply button, and you'll see that it opens up a text box down below. So I might say, thanks for posting this example. Your color coding offered a very clear way of understanding your use of paragraph organization. Again, make sure that your reply to your classmates conforms to your instructor's expectations. Once you're happy with what you've written, again, you just come down here and you hit submit. And there you have it. So that's how you post a reply to somebody. And when you're finished, you can back up and look in the forum. And I'll sometimes do this just to check to see if I've gotten everything done. So you have your post here. And there you have it. That's how you navigate class discussions on Blackboard. I hope that this helps. And again, good luck in your class discussions and good luck with the rest of the semester. All right, bye-bye.